the annual tune. Yeah? Okay. Today all is deacon. Yeah?
No, it's our birthday. No, it's here.
Huh? Now listen, see one class.
David is here.
David. Okay.
And you?
Okay. نقول in English على طول كله.
As we heard the Mass today, the tone was a little bit different. The reading was different. Why? Because today was the 29th of the Coptic month. The Christian servant, he should leave the occasion of the church. the occasion of the church. Very important. We know because we can have a question. One of the kids can ask us why the tune today is different than Apostle one, or why this not sad tune like Phil Great Lent, why and why. So at least we can answer. And when we know what's happening in the church, we leave the occasion of the church. Every 29 of the month, if came Sunday, the church preferred to read the Annunciation Feast, the reading of the Annunciation, and usually we read this one in the second week of the month of Kiyak. Because the Christmas was 29 of Kiyak, the Annunciation 29 of Baramhat, and we have the resurrection happen in 29 of the Coptic month. So the church said, if not important occasion and the Sunday come 29 of the Coptic month, we read the Annunciation Feast and we celebrate these three feasts together. He found the deacon, he talked about part about the Christmas, part about resurrection, and part about the Annunciation. Except the 2 months, month of Amshir and Tuba, they said they're presenting the law of Moses, so the Old Testament, and the prophets. That's Old Testament. So only these 2 months to remind us. As we hear the reading, I will talk about the verse of St. Paul he mentioned of the reading today. He said, as it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. There is none who understands, there is none who seeks after God. الآية اللي مشهورة قوي اللي بتقول كما هو مكتوب إنه ليس بارا ولا واحد، ليس من يفهم، ليس من يطلب الله، الجميع زاغوا وفسدوا معا، ليس من يعمل صراحا، ليس ولا واحد. Very important for us as a servant. Why God have to get and the incarnation the earth? Very important question. I will talk about 4 quick or 5 quick points, because if someone asks us why God have to come and incarnate, why God have to come and live between us, why God have to come and eat and feel tired and crucify for our sin, why and why and why. This is one of the topic I will say was new program about why. Have a look. First one, the church teach us. First one, God he come, number 1, to save us. Number 2, so we can know him. Number 3, he teaching us the way. Number 4, he come and to be like us. Number 5, to show us how much he loves us. Number 1, the Coptic word, everyone he knows, جاءك إياك صوتي إمون جاء ليخلصنا. And he found this word, it's a lot of time written, and we say it in our church, المسيح جاء ليخلصنا. When the church was all speaking in the Coptic, جاءك إياك صوتي إمون, he found a lot of time, all the time we read it and we hear. Number 1 symbol, he said there is no one righteous. Okay, there is no one righteous. And in book of Romans chapter 5 he said, with one person all the sin come to the world, and with the sin the death come to the world, and everyone inherits this death, and this death went to everyone. God in the Old Testament he told Adam and Eve, the time you eat from this fruit, what's going to happen to you? Will die. This die, not only one die, they call it multiple die. That's Saint Athanasius in his book Incarnation of the Word, he explained. He said, number 1, the death, the physically death. The spirit leaves the body. That's a normal death. Number 2, the death, the spiritual death. The spirit leaves God. God, when he creates the human shouldn't be die. The dead now is the result of the sin. So when God created Adam is supposed to live in the paradise all the time. There is no death. Number 2, the spiritual death. Number 3, the eternal death. After you die, there is no eternal life. All this one multiply of the death and the punishment when God punished Adam and Eve in the Old Testament. So because everyone can be born from Adam, when after he sinned, God he cast him away from paradise. Okay? Because one day I was speaking to one, he not Christian, he said me, alright. What about if God can say he forgive to Adam? And he solves the problem, why he has to incarnate? So if he forgive for Adam, then why we live in the earth until now? That was in our place. If he forgive for Adam, Adam's supposed to become in paradise, and we supposed to be born in paradise, not in the earth. So God, he told them, the time you eat from this, you disobey God, you will die. And we have a problem. If God, he didn't say what he punished Adam, if he didn't let Adam die, do you think God is going to be just? Or we believe God next time? No. Because Saint Athanasius said, if God, he didn't punish Adam like what he said, we can say God, we're not going to believe him, and everyone can come to God, God, you forgive Adam before, forgive me this time. No. So Adam, he has to get punished like God, he said. Number two, in another side, God, he doesn't want to punish Adam. Why? Because the devil was more stronger than Adam. So the justice of God and the mercy of God together. This is the philosophy of the Christian. We need to understand it. This is the backbone of the Christianity. Because this, a lot of questions, people not Christian, they not understand it. God is justice in one and full in his justice. God in another mercy, he is full of mercy. So the mercy and the justice won't combine together. Adam must die. In another side, God, he feels sorry for Adam because someone stronger than Adam mislead him and deceive him, the devil. So number one, God, he created Adam to live, not to die. So if Adam die, it's against God's love, because God, he loves the one he creates. Number two, if Adam die, it's against God's honor, because God, he creates Adam in his image, and the devil destroys this image of God. Number three, who's stronger, the devil or God? God, definitely. But God, you create something, you can't protect it, I destroy it for you. Number four, God, he got a problem and he can't solve it. It's against God, he's smart or not. So Saint Athanasius, when he explained this in point, he explained that's why God have to solve the problem. In one side, his mercy protects the human. In another side, his justice must full the punishment of Adam. So all this one, that's the mercy of God. God, he loves the human. Number two, against God, right, he creates Adam. Against God, smart or not, because the devil, you got a problem and he can't fix it. In another side, God mercy, he said, I need to protect this human. So this human, he sinned against God. God unlimited. So we need someone unlimited to die for this human. And the one he's supposed to die must be without sin, because everyone from Adam born, he carries the sin of Adam and Eve. That's why we said in the Mass, no angel or the prophet or archangels can do what you do, God, for us. So number one, we need a one without sin. Who without sin? Only God. But how he cannot die? His nature, this nature, it's a spirit. In book of John chapter 4, God is the spirit. So this spirit must die, the spirit never dies. So God, he takes something, a body, and to die. God, he wants to save the human, so he needs to take a body like our human. And in the Mass we say incarnate. What mean incarnate? He take body. That's right. Became man. What mean became man? He take a soul and the spirit. So he full human. So when God saved this person, this body cannot die, but God, he never cannot die. And this is the body of human, so God, he cannot save the human. So the people like Jehovah Witness, when they say Jesus Christ is the archangel Michael, or Jesus Christ is the chief of his army, all these people do not understand the incarnation. Or the Muslim, when they say Muhammad is the prophet and the God is still there and all this stuff, they not understand. anyone you believe he can save you from your sin except God, you not understand the incarnation, and you are in your sin. So number one, God has to have a body, and this body die for the human. So in his justice, the death happened to the human, and in his mercy, he is the God, he can come and die for this person. Like exactly small stories, they use it so people understand. A father, he got 3-4 kids. He has big backyard. He told his kids to play in my backyard. Don't go away because you can be lost. As usual, the kids disobey their father. They didn't listen to his commandment. They play, they went out. The evil come and make big hole between the kids and their father. The kids can't come back. They will stay without food. They will stay for a long time. They will die. So the only thing can happen, the father go to the kids, tell them, listen, hold for me hard, and I will come and bust you all this big hole. Come back to the house. So God, to bust this hole, come to the kids, he incarnates. He told us, hold me hard. امسكوا فيا جامد بالcommandment. امسكوا بيا بالوصايا. امسكوا فيا جامد. هجيبكوا تاني لفين؟ The paradise. That's our origin home. That's exactly. So number one, God, he come to save us. If he didn't come, we'll be in the hell like everyone before Jesus died on the cross. Father Abraham, Solomon the king, David, all these people was in hell. Until Jesus come and died on the cross and opened the paradise for them. So if someone asks you why God have to come to incarnate, number one, to save us. Number two, very important, so we can know him. People before God, they don't know God. They used to pray to the fire. They used to pray to the sun. They believe in sun. They believe in moon. They believe in any statue. They don't know God. Then John in his epistle he said, الذي كان من البدء الذي سمعناه الذي رأيناه بعيوننا الذي شاهدناه ولمسته أيدينا. Before God incarnate, how we can see, how we can touch, how we can hear him. That's why when he come, now we know him. You're like, do you know him? Before we don't know him. That's why St. Paul, when we went to visit one of the city, he found a statue, and when asked them what type of God, they said unknown God. That's right. He told them, I will talk to you about the unknown God. And they start to talk to them. People, they don't know God. But now, in this generation, when you tell someone, do you know God? Yes, we know him. He come, he live between us. He give us commandments. He done a miracle, written everything in his Bible, and he is disciple. Number one, to save us. Number two, so we can know him. Number three, he come to teach us the right way. When Adam fell in the sin, all generation was following him. But when God come, what he done? He said to his disciple, I teach you the right way, and you teach people. Go all the nation and start to teach them. So they said, first Adam, he let everyone fall in the sin. Second Adam, he restored everyone back to the paradise. Exactly like Old Testament, they have a lot of teaching. But exactly like you read, but you not see the practice. In the New Testament, God, Jesus Christ, he practiced everything he was teaching us in Old Testament. Like exactly you want to teach someone to drive a car. Can you teach someone only, tell him, listen, you want to drive a car, sit next to me. I show you the picture of the car. You put the ignition, you start, you drive the car 1, 2, 3. How much he pick up? Not much, but tell him, come next to me. Sit next to me and see how I am drive, and you can follow me. He see you how you drive exactly, after he will learn. If you come to your confession father, he said, Abuna, someone he say this and this and this about me, I can't forgive him. He tell you, look to Jesus what he done, and you can follow what he said. He was in the cross, forgiving the people, put him in the cross. God, these people done this to me, I'm very upset. He said, can I do more than what they done to your God? Look what they done to God, 1 and 2 and 3. So he come and he want to teach us the way. That's why he comes. So we follow his path, we follow his way to take us to the paradise. A nice story to explain this one. One person from Russia, I know Russia, in some of them Christian, some of them atheists. This person, his wife she was a Christian, she wanted to go to Christmas. He said, why you celebrate the Christmas? How come God come incarnate? If you want to solve, like we here, solve this when he was upstairs and do this one, why have to come to the people in the earth all this one? She said, listen, you're not gonna listen. She left, she took her son and went to the church. She was sitting at home, hearing something knocking the glass, banging the glass. He opened the window, he found, a duck flying. The light of the house attracted him, so he tried to go through the glass, he hit the glass and fell down, about 4 or 5. Russia very cold. He closed the window again and sit. And when he said, he said, oh my God, if I left him about 4 or 5 minutes, what's going to happen to them? Freeze. So no, I have to do something. He come downstairs, he opened the garage, and start to talk to the dog. Come inside, it's very cold. Do you think the duck understand what he's talking about? Definitely different language. So he gets some food, and he put it line so they can eat to go to the garage. He look up the garage so they at least a little bit warm inside. They're not understanding. He remember he got a duck inside. He took it from inside, he put between them. The duck come outside, she feel the cold. She come jump and she went inside. All the rest of the duck, what they done? Follow her to inside. He start to realize, if God, he didn't take the body, if he didn't be like us, no one will follow him. We talk about unknowing God, but when he incarnates, now we know our God. The one we can see, the one we can hear, the one we can touch. So number one, to show us the way, the salvation, and to know him. Number 4, when before God he incarnates, he doesn't feel what we go through. But after he incarnates and take our body, he understands the pain, but he didn't feel the pain before. He understands the suffer, but he not went through the suffer we go. We feel any pain, any suffer, anything, we tell him, God, you went through this, God, please help me in this. Santa Athanasius, he say, أخذ الذي لنا وأعطانا الذي له. ودي حتى في كياكي بنقولها في يوم الأربع I think على ما أعتقد بنقول له أخذ الذي لنا، عاملينها مديحة كبيرة قوي. All this one, the history of the church, all this one, the written of the Father, they use in Kiyah. So he take all the pain and he give us peace. After the incarnation, we hear the peace. Remember the angel when he said, glory be to God forever, and the peace on the earth, and all this one. We never hear this before the incarnation. He goes through what we suffer. Now he understands the temptation. He understands everything after he took our body. Last one, Jesus incarnate to show us how much we love him and how much he loved us. St. John, he said, لا تحبوا بالكلام ولا باللسان بل بالعمل والحق. Don't tell me you talk to me verbally. I need to see you actually love me. That's right. Someone he tell you, I love you, and when you go sick, he never visits you. Do you think he love you? But when someone he know, I love you, when you sick, first day he was coming, you want any help, he visit you, get you food, get you present, also, actually this person love me. What Jesus done, when he know we are in trouble, when he know we die in our sin, he left everything and come and die for us. And you know the mark of his love is still in his hand. When we go upstairs, we will see the mark of his love. Like the story, I can't remember if I said it here before or not. One lady, she grandmother, her son and his wife died in accident, and they left her little child at home. So they have 2 stories. The son is sleep upstairs, the lady is sleeping downstairs, and cold weather like now. Yesterday 3 houses get burned. So she doing something to make the house burn, the house in fire. She come out, ran from fire, and she realized she left her grandchildren upstairs. She come inside to get him, fire very strong, she get burned everywhere. She can come outside. The boy from the heat, he wake up and start to scream. One person from back of the home, he jumped the pipe until he told him, come down with me. He hold him, come down. Definitely the pipe, the more heat was burning his hand. After a couple of days, this lady, his grandmother, she died. So they started to decide who can I take this boy to live with him. So one of the small village, he said, I can take him, I have big land, he can work with me, he will be happy with me. Another one teacher, he said, listen, I'm a teacher, I can teach him very well, and he can be like my son. Third one, he said, I'm very rich person, he can help me in my business, I have no children, he can inherit everything. Every time the judge looked to the boy was crying. So he understands. Another one in the end, he coming from the back, he said, I'm not rich like this person, I'm not a teacher like this person, but I can put my life on him. The boy, he heard his voice, and the man, they show their hand, the mark of the burn from the fire. And the boy ran and hugged this person and took him. So Jesus comes to show us how much he loves us. The mark in his hands, in his side, the spear, all this one. Who can do this for normal person? No one. So if someone asks us why God must incarnate, number one, to save us. Number two, to know him. Number three, to show us the way. Number four, so can it be like us, he feel what we go through. Number five, to show us how much he loves us. Glory be to God forever and ever. Amen. Any question? This is one of the topic, I will say it in the TV. Just to pray for me, ما يجيليش حد بقى يسأل أسئلة سبيشال بعد كده هقول شو دي أهوى. بس المسلمين لا